Yo, what up, a-holes? Thank you for tuning into the Holistic A-Hole podcast. My name is Erik Levi, and I'm the Holistic A-Hole, the mommy blogger with balls, the inconvenient truth of health. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for tuning back in here. I got a story I want to tell you real quick, and I hope you realize, you a-holes specifically, I hope you know that what I'm going to tell you right now was a very strong move that I did. And I did it all in the name of preserving the sanctity of what being a holistic a-hole is. And I hope that you will take it and implement it in your life, or whatever the hell that means. Look, let me tell you what happened. I was at this conference this last week, and conferences are kind of like a new thing for me. You know, I used to go out and do comedy till 2 in the morning, get drunk, smoke weed, tell jokes, and now I'm going to freaking conferences wearing, you know, collared shirts under sweaters. I've become a real douchebag, I mean, I've remained a douchebag, but I've become a different kind of douchebag. Either way, you know, when you go to these conferences, they just stuff your face full of, you know, just the worst food ever. I mean, it's just donuts and bagels and muffins and, yeah, and it's terrible. And, you know, lunch is included, and had a lovely Southwestern Tex-Mex themed lunch with you know, with barbacoa and chicken and what are they called, fajitas and you know, wraps and all this stuff. And I'll say this, man, I've been reading this book Wheat Belly, which a-holes, I would put that on your holistic a-hole reading list, Wheat Belly, if you are wondering about this whole, you know, not even carb, but like just wheat in general. It's terrible. And ever since I've been reading, I've been so conscious about just purposely avoiding wheat. So again, I've become the guy who's like burger no bun guy. Now I'm like burrito no tortilla guy. So I don't even know how it's a burrito. It's like a Rito. It's like the whole point of the burrito. It's just like, it's gone. It's like a naked burrito. And I don't want to be a burrito bowl guy. It's another topic for another day. Either way, I've been really good at this conference about avoiding all the sweets, you know, especially I'm just trying to stay away from as much sugar as possible. And I'll be honest, man, it's like really working. Even like avoiding a lot of fruit, you know, like really cutting down my fruit content. Just all sugar all around. And dude, I'm just like, I'm getting shredded, you know, with the CrossFit and the lifting and the you know, the meat and the butter, and you know, just cutting down the fruit. And I've been feeling really good, and just been avoiding all these just junk carbs and fruit and sweets or whatever. So I've turned down desserts, I've turned down donuts, I've turned down, oh my, like they have the little, you know, I don't know if you guys ever go to like a wedding or whatever, and they have like the little tray of just little like miniature like cakes and cake balls, and you know, you ever see the movie Hook? In that movie Hook, there's like all these different, you know, when the Lost Boys, Hook shows up in the Lost Boys lair. This is the Robin Williams Hook, and there's like all these different colored little cakes and things and pastries, and that's all they have at these fucking conferences. And I've turned it all down. I avoided it all like the plague. But then today, going along with the Southwestern Tex-Mex theme, they roll out ample amounts of Tres Leches cake. And, you know, I've only had Tres Leches cake maybe a handful of times, but holy cow, is that the holy grail of cakes? I don't even care. You could sit here and throw chocolate at me. You could throw, you know, marble cakes or, you know, double layer. I used to be a wedding DJ. I've had the best of the best wedding cakes, okay? I was a wedding DJ in Scottsdale, Arizona, the mecca of destination weddings. Don't even come at me like you don't think that I got a freaking the most sophisticated palate when it comes to cakes and pastries, okay? Because I will blow anybody out of the water when it comes to this sort of thing. But holy cow, the Tres Leches is, I would say, the king of the crop, and definitely does not get the attention it deserves, you know? It's just like one of those just utility power hitter, you know, cleanup, you know, you bring it in when things aren't looking so good, just always gonna knock it out of the park cakes. I mean, you can have a tres leches from the freaking corner store in the middle of the worst neighborhood in, you know, in Detroit, and it's still going to be amazing. And no doubt, they roll out the tres leches cake, 3 layers of leches, and, you know, just milk and all kinds of just processed sugar and wheat, and they even put raspberries on it if you need a little extra fiber and phytonutrients and all this good stuff. Oh, I walked by it, I looked at it, and I picked it up, and I was like, are we going to do this? Are we going to do this? And I just took a deep breath, and I put the plate down with the tres leches cake on the table, and I took my shitty little plastic fork, and I dug it in there, and I closed my eyes, and I put that motherfucker, a little bite on my tongue, and it was like just a sugar explosion, just a sugar nuclear bomb, like a Fukushima bomb of tres leches sweetness, just not natural in any way, definitely made by a mad scientist to manipulate your taste buds to go straight through your blood-brain barrier to make you throw down your credit card and just invest heavily, go all in on tres leches cake. And I was ready, baby. I felt it, that reptilian survival brain that led us through the fucking tundra when we were little cavemen, walking around trying to survive, just picking little Swedish roots out of the ground that helped us say, yes, this is what we need more of. And now they've just manipulated it, and they've put it in conferences where everybody's got big muffin tops and fat asses because they can't stop eating fucking sugar. And I was almost about to be that victim. And you know what I did? I took like 4 more bites. And then I said, no more. Stop. I overpowered. I used the front of my brain. My reptilian back of my brain wanted to just cash that motherfucker. Wanted to just take it down, put it down the gullet, and just say, adios, amigo. And I had to overpower it. I became conscious. I took a breath. I said, no, we can't do this. We can't do this. We can't be the holistic a-hole and crush a giant slice of 7-layer cake, 3-layer tres leches. What kind of cake is it? Tres leches. 3 different milks. So you know what I did? I just abandoned ship. I just left it on the table. I didn't throw it away. I was like, somebody's going to take this. These people are all fucking slobs. They're entrepreneurs. They work at home. They don't got anybody to impress. They don't work in an office. Somebody's going to take it. I don't know if anybody took it, but I just walked away. I walked away. I looked back at it. I'll be honest. I looked back and I was like, I put my hand out. I'm like, should I? Oh, no. Go. Walk. I held my nose. I held my nose too. I was like, don't breathe in the fumes. It wants you to come back. I felt it sending its beautiful high fructose corn syrup energy just... It was in me. It was like the brain was like, I mean, it was red alert. We didn't know what to do. It was like front brain, back brain, just in an epic battle of what are we gonna do? Are we gonna honor being the holistic a-hole? Or are we just gonna give in to temptation? I just kept walking and walking, and as I walked further away, I felt the strength rising up in me, the holistic a-hole strength coming back. I felt like, you know, like in Captain Planet where they, you know, held up their power, and I was like keto or paleo, even though I'm neither one of those. I just was like, I'm not gonna eat the fucking sugar, and I felt it in my body, in my soul, and I just left. I just didn't eat it, and it was the most bravest, most hardest thing I've had to do in a long time. And I wanted to share it with you a-holes because sometimes I think some of you question my allegiance to really leading by example. I'm not going to sit here and just talk crap. You know, there's a lot of problems in the world, and I got a lot of opinions about them. And you all have been very nice in sharing your opinions back to me about how much you appreciate me being fully honest and transparent. Well, here you go. If I ate that whole tres leches cake, I couldn't look myself in the mirror. I couldn't sleep. I physically couldn't sleep. My insulin would be going up and down and crashing left and right. I'd have to suck down 3 coffees just to bring my shit back up to normal. And you know what I did? At the end of the day, I came home. I didn't even sit on the couch. I just threw my clothes off and went right to CrossFit. And then watched as I just got schooled by everybody around me. Because I ain't scared. This holistic a-hole life, I didn't choose it. It chose me. And I choose for you, a-holes, to keep on listening to the Holistic A-Hole. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, y'all, go on to iTunes, Apple Podcasts. You can do it right there on your phone, right there, and leave a 5-star review for the podcast. Put a little nice note in there. It means the world to me. And go on to the Holistic A-Holes Facebook group on Facebook and join that and subscribe to the podcast if you haven't done that yet. Otherwise, I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Peace.